Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new model that Oakley recently released, and it's called the Corridor Square. Now, in front of you here, I do have the original corridors. I actually done a review on this pair, so if you guys are interested, I will link it above or at the end of this video as well. Go ahead and check it out. But this is a pair that they released along with another model called the Actuator, which are designed for people that either run or they do sports where they're in motion. So they actually Oakley calls it where they actually kind of move with the athlete. So it's a really awesome pair. It's nice and comfortable. It's open at the bottom, but I figured maybe some people wanted something a little bit more sleek, a little bit more tapered, so they came out with a squared off version. As you guys can see, these are kind of rounded on the bottom here. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the new ones, but I wanted to have these out here by way of comparison, so that way if you're interested in seeing one model versus the other one, you could see both options. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this particular model does have the Prizm 24k lenses. I really like the combination of the kind of gray frame with the kind of gold lenses, 24k lenses, especially with the little plate on the side right here. I thought it matched it really, really well. The reason that I bring that up is because this model here that I picked up, again, this is in Oakley's new box design, is the Corridor Square, as you guys can see right there. And this frame is called Matte Trans Light Curry. I want to say that's translucent light curry, so it's kind of like a yellowish color, but it also has the Prizm 24k lenses. Now, I kind of forgot what color I had in the original ones when I was picking this guy up, and then when I brought him home, I said, oh man, it's the same exact lens color. But I'm going to show you why I actually ended up picking this particular color, even though it is available in a bunch of other new colors. So let's go ahead and open up the box so we can see what all is inside. Now, this, because it's a larger kind of sports-specific shield lens, it does come with a box, which is nice. Or a case, sometimes people call it a case. It is a nice kind of hard shell zippered case. So again, if you are using these specifically for like sports or running or something like that, then you can always throw them back in here and throw it into your bag. Maybe you're, you have a particular duffel bag or something like that that you use for that. So that's really cool that they do include it. And then inside, you also have another, like a separate nose piece. Those are unobtainium nose pieces. So what's cool is that they do bond to your skin whenever you're wearing them, especially when you sweat. So it does come with the traditional black microfiber bag, and here they are. So again, these are the Corridor Square. So right at first glance, you can see that these are going to be more squared off than the original ones, which are more rounded, and they are ever so slightly not as long, if that makes sense. So they're not going to be as tall as the originals were. So if you're wearing them, the good thing about these sports-specific frames is they are unisex. So if you are a woman or you have a smaller frame face or something like that, and you feel like the original Corridors, you like them because it's a shield lens and it has a lot of coverage, but they were just a little too big or too tall for you, maybe the squared model is one for you to look at. So I said that I was going to tell you why I ended up picking this color combination. That is because I think they did a really, really awesome job in matching the lens color to the frame color. Again, this is the Matte Trans Light Curry, and it's this kind of foggy, yellowish color. Curry, I guess, if you know curry food, it's generally kind of like a yellowish color. It looks really, really cool. I like the black unobtainium portion on the inside, and then they did the little black shield here, and then the gold to match the gold to match the gold. I think it's a really, really awesome color combination. I know sometimes I see certain frames and glasses that Oakley puts out, and I'm like, oh, it would have been really cool if they would have done it in this color combination. But again, that's for me. I thought it would have been cool at that. But, once in a while, I almost feel like they do listen to what I said, and they make it in that color combination, and it definitely speaks to me. As soon as I saw this one, I knew that I wanted to pick it up. Not just because I wanted to do a comparison to the original ones, but just because I thought that color combination looked really, really cool. And since then, they've come out with like one or two other models where they've done the color combination like that too. And I want to pick them up, but I just don't want to have so many glasses in the same color combination. But that's neither here nor there. So this isn't going to be a full review on these because, again, it's basically, by all intents and purposes, the same thing as the original Corridor. So again, if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out that video. But you do get the unobtainium on the nose right here. These stems are straight back, which is really nice. But it's not just all the way straight. It comes down and then it kind of dips up a little bit and then straight back. So that's made, to fit a little bit more comfortable, especially around the ear. But it does go all the way back. You do have a really, really nice wrap to them, so they are going to block out a lot of the light coming from the sides. And because it's a slightly taller lens, not as tall as the original ones, but slightly taller, you are going to get the blocking of any light kind of bouncing off your cheeks or stuff like that. Because again, as you're running and you're doing exercises where you're moving a lot and stuff like that, last thing you want is for any light to kind of hit your eye and disturb you. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around. I will put these on so you guys can appreciate a little bit better the combination of the Prizm 24k lens to that frame. And then also I'll put on the original ones as well so you can kind of maybe see the difference on the way that they fit me. All right, so let me go ahead and put on the original ones first. Again, this is the original Corridor model, which is going to be a little bit taller and kind of rounded off at the bottom. So here they are. This is the same color lens. This is the Prizm 24k lens, which is a really, really nice lens. It's nice and dark, but because you do have that kind of prism, or that 24K, that kind of goldish color on it, it's going to be very reflective, which is nice. You're not going to be able to see your eyes through it. Again, has a nice wrap, so it comes all the way back here, but it is more rounded and a little bit taller at the bottom. So if you squint or you smile, sometimes people tend to feel that your cheeks are touching the lenses, and that's what maybe where it throws them off wanting to purchase this particular style. But again, it's a straight stem all the way back, very, very comfortable. It stays right in place thanks to that unobtainium on the inside of the stems and then on the nose as well. So really awesome pair. But again, this is the original one. And now I'll put on the new Corridor Square. So as you guys can see, it doesn't come down as much, but for me, it's still giving me great coverage. But check out how cool that combination is. The Prizm 24K, which is that gold color lens with that curry color frame, just looks really, really awesome. And again, it is matte, so it's not going to be a shiny frame, but it's also translucent, which is, letting in a little bit of light, but not so much that it's going to bother you. But what it does is it makes the frame actually look brighter, especially when you go outside. And again, you have that 24K lens, nice and dark, nice and reflective, so you're not going to see your eyes or anything like that. It's going to block out all the glare, and it comes down just good enough for me, at least, where if I have any light bouncing off of my cheeks, it's not going to bounce up into my eyes. Again, nice wrap, comes back pretty nice, and then straight back with those stems. Now, as always, I'll show you guys, this is what I normally do when I'm like going inside or something like that. They fit really nice on top of my head. They do stretch out a little bit as far as a little bit of flex on the stems, so you don't have to worry about actually stretching out the frame. It's a sport specific frame too, so it's designed to be able to kind of mold and stuff like that when you're wearing it, so you don't have to worry about stretching them. They'll stay just as tight as they should be, and you can put them back on and you are good to go. So I wanted to go ahead and showcase this one. I feel that this is a great step in a great direction from Oakley, because maybe they thought, like a lot of people like the original ones, the original Corridors, but they wanted something a little bit different, maybe a little shorter to fit some of the different frames, faces and stuff like that. So both models are available from Oakley. If you guys have a store next to you, I would recommend, if you guys like this model, maybe you want something sport specific, but you don't want it to look too sporty like an M frame or a radar or something like that. You want something that has a little bit more, a little different look, then the Corridor is actually a good model for that. Again, these are designed with the idea of people that are, either running or, in active situations. So they're supposed to actually kind of like bounce with you as you run. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to test that feature out, but again, that's the way that this particular model was built in order to accommodate for those situations. So there it is. Just wanted to show you the new corridor square model from Oakley. Again, this one, I got to look at the box to make sure I'm giving you the right color combination. It's the matte translight curry frame color with the Prizm 24k lenses. I think it makes a really, really awesome color combination. It matches it very, very perfectly. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.